There's really three main mindsets that I've seen in entrepreneurship and in life. And in entrepreneurship, the one that's most kind of dangerous is this thing called play to win. But most of the population is in this play not to lose mindset, right? It's almost like a scarcity mindset, born of like fear, doubt, and worry, or a lot of entitlement exists. I would even call it like the consumer condition, where people look to take more from the world than they give to it. And this playing not to lose philosophy never leads to lasting wealth, it never leads to true wealth, and it never really leads to having high quality of life. Like most of the time, it's all about budgeting. And here's the deal, no one shrinks their way to wealth. So if everything I talked about was how to eliminate or cut back or reduce, it actually takes our eye off the ball of value creation, and dollars follow value. So I grew up in a family that knew how to play not to lose. I mean, when I grew up in a small coal mining town called East Carbon, Utah. And so East Carbon, I went back there in December, and it's definitely going the wrong direction. When I lived there were 5,000 people and 2 cops. There's now 1,000 people and 5 cops, so I think that's where dreams go to die at this point, you know? And the playing not to lose, a lot of it in the world of finance is touted as diversification. And diversification is a decent preservation strategy. It's a horrific growth strategy. It's where people prematurely diversify, they take good money out of their business, they put it into things they don't know or understand, they're waiting for 30 years, being told that if they're in it for the long haul, it's all gonna work out. And unfortunately, it's been a failed financial experiment. By the way, I kind of yell, like they don't even need to mic me up. I'm not angry, it's just passion, just a little caveat on this whole thing. No one's in trouble that I'm aware of. So, you know, just a little clarification there. But I'm really concerned that so many people get stuck in this trap of thinking that they should diversify when it becomes diversification, spreading themselves thin, you know, putting their money into things they don't understand. Like one of the biggest places that business owners trap their money in that is pretty dangerous are retirement plans. So we're just gonna go right for the jugular here and talk about that. But retirement plans, think about this for a minute. Like when you get into a retirement plan, you don't pay tax when you put money into that retirement plan because you don't take constructive receipt of those dollars. You're essentially saying, hey, look, I'm gonna defer that income, I'm gonna defer that tax into an unknown, uncertain future. And by the way, you now have a business partner. Your business partner is the government. They're only $21 trillion in debt, no big deal. I mean, at what point does it just seem like video game numbers, right? Or it just reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. You ever see that show Dumb and Dumber where they like bust open the suitcase or the little briefcase and then they spend all the money and then they write the IOUs and like they buy a Lamborghini and they're like, ooh, you might want to hold on to that one. But like Harry and Lloyd aren't gonna ever be able to pay that back, right? And the government sometimes is a lot like Harry and Lloyd. So when you're getting into that plan, what if they raise taxes on you in the future? What if they impose sundry taxes and penalties like they did in 1995 for people who had more than 7 figures in these plans? And so I think it's really seductive to have us put money into that, but it doesn't improve cash flow.